2K Sports pregame show.
We'll watch the visiting squad as they go up against the Nets. And for Brooklyn, they're third in the East and have really been one of the NBA's toughest opponents to face. This is a major contender once the playoffs begin. Winding down the backstretch, Shaq. Every team looking to finish the season strong. It's kind of like a horse.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. Then on Sunday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And guys, even though things have been rolling right along for them this last stretch, I could see them still getting a boost from coming home. They always say role players perform better in front of the home crowd.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, Kevin Durant said his days of trying to prove himself through basketball are done. He said, walking around with a chip on my shoulder is not my thing. I'm more relaxed in letting these days flow. I'm the best version of me. I don't need to prove who I am. I've been in it for too long. Kevin, this is a guy who is finally comfortable with himself.
All right, thanks, D.A. Of course, we know these teams have great perimeter play, and they rely on it a lot.
It feels as though, Kevin, the current rules in today's game favor ball handling. They favor shooting ability. They want high-scoring games with an ability to go unimpeded to the basket. And what it translates to me, it translates to pretty free-flowing basketball. You've seen the game evolve over the years, Kevin. What's your take on it?
I love the way that we see guys with great handles that can shoot and penetrate. I love the bigs outside. I got to tell you, Doris, there's nothing about the game I don't like right now.
I'm right there with you.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got D, Shorty out there at B-Train. Then there's Slim. And for Brooklyn, Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Jared Allen is out there with Durant, and it's Jordan in at the 5. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Now LeVert. Passes it to Allen. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, you can really see the playmaking evolving. When Karis LeVert is hitting wide open teammates, it shows how special he can be.
D, whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Pass to KD. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
Really, there's nothing else you can do. Durant is just that good, especially that close to the rim.
To the right side. Here's D. Hits the three-point bomb. D's got 6.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Jordan. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Back to Irving. 5 on the clock. A 3-ball. Drills the three-pointer.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
Gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
Boy, you talk about the all-time great below-the-rim finishers. Kyrie Irving is on that list. He can use either hand. So much English. This guy is tough.
To the middle. Here's B-Train, and that one is good. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Irving. This came out 36 points for him. LeVert the pass to Allen. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Allen's got his second basket of the game. Doris, as great a scorer as he is, Kyrie Irving doesn't draw a ton of fouls.
Kevin, I think that has everything to do with his elusivity. This is a young man who can finish with either hand, can get separation on any defender. This is the one thing you'd say about Kyrie Irving. He does not initiate contact around the rim. Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. He kicks to KD. On deep. Let's keep it alive. Allen, that's good.
You know what? That's all about hustle and a nose for the basketball. Tremendous job on the offensive glass by Jared Allen.
Here's Shorty. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's LeVert. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
You know, Doris, I know your style of play at Providence was one of aggressiveness, a lot of instinct, a lot of smarts, great skill. But I think you also have an appreciation for the players that are real scrappy on the floor.
What I love, Kevin, are guys who can influence the game without having incredible offensive skill. So a guy like Patrick Beverly, so a little bit undersized, but would you like to have that guy pick you up at 94 feet, be in your grill and in your face like he gives no quarter, he gives no concessions? If he were checking Kevin Harlan, my goodness, you'd have a long night.
That would be a torture chamber. I agree with you. Substitution here for Brooklyn. Prince is checked in for Jared Allen. Rodions Kurucs comes in for Kevin Durant. Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, I'll tell you, I love that he's not afraid to take on the size mismatch there, Greg. It doesn't matter. Just make shots.
Now here is Harris. 5-on-3 break.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Thompson against Prince. Back to Dinwiddie. And there's the pass to Kurucs. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. For 3, Harris. He can't get it to go.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. An 11-point game for him in the win against Cleveland.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
You know, Doris, at times, he's been the Nets' best player. Spencer Dinwiddie, rewarded last season with a 3-year, $34 million extension.
Well, I think he's earned it, Kevin, right? Because he has started for them, he has come off the bench, and to this young man's great credit, he has accepted and excelled in either role. And I'll tell you, it's unusual for a point guard at 6'6". He has done nothing but enhance his versatility.
Free throw no good from Dinwiddie.
Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension. And what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Thompson looking for an opening. Here's Slaughter. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Big Smooth got his second basket of the night.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. 15 seconds left to play here in the first. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Joe Harris so good at keeping his composure in intense situations. Nice job playing through contact.
Thompson inside the line, and he nails the jumper.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And so it's the visiting team in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Right back after this break. And Kevin Durant talked about his teammates and the versatility this roster has.
I like our depth. I like that we can play, we can play big, we can play small, we can match up with a lot of different teams. And it's just a matter of us going out there and playing consistent basketball. It's easier said than done. But we like who we are right now. We just got to continue to keep getting better.
It's clear KD is very happy playing with this group of guys.
That's why he signed here. But you can bet Durant is going to be leading the charge.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. We've got Big Smooth. Big Daddy is out there with the Beast. Then there's Baller, and it's Chan in at the two-guard position. Outside Jordan. Dinwiddie outside. Shot clock at 5. Harris inside the line. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Harris has got 4 points this quarter. Pass to Slaughter. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Jared Allen's checked in for Brooklyn.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Doris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most competent franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers? These are two of the historically dilapidated teams no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets.
Baller, Dinwiddie covering. Here's Baller, takes the 12-footer and hits. Baller's got his second bucket tonight.
Way to create just enough separation to get that shot to go.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end?
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Down low. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
They get a hand on it. And here's the fast break. Here's Big Daddy. Drains it from beyond the arc. Big Daddy's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Nets trail by 10. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Harris passes to Karouche. 5 to shoot. Here's Dinwiddie. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Spencer Dinwiddie believes he is as good a scorer as there is in the game. You can tell he's starting to flow here.
Baller passes to Big Daddy. Here's Big Smooth, guarded by Prince. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
That's his first personal foul.
There's the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit up in the air. Just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this year.
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. Could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Outside Irving. Pass to LeVert. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Baskets like this demonstrate who Karis LeVert is. This guy is a fighter.
Well, at 6'7", Doris, Karis LeVert describing himself as a point/shooting guard.
Well, why not? Because his slashing ability, his blinding speed off the dribble is really what makes him problematic. His burst is special, and it doesn't matter if he's going left or right.
And the free throw drops for LeVert.
To me, Karis LeVert has tons of upside. This is a 6'7" guard with an outstanding skill set.
Inside. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Ball's knocked loose. Unhindered, going all the way. Lays it in off the breakaway.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Irving can't hit. Going a superb 7 of 7 from the field here in the second. Out to the right wing. And Dinwiddie over to help. Shorty the pass to Aguilar. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Thompson, he's checked in for Shorty.
One shot.
1:58 left to play here in the second quarter. Irving passes to Dinwiddie. Pass to Durant. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his third assist on the night. On 3 of 4 from long range in the game. 1:31 left here in the second. Back to Thompson. Yep, that one goes. B-Train's got his second bucket.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Durant.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Now here's Irving. His offensive numbers jump right off the screen at you. He's averaging over 29 points a game. Over Aguilar, and Durant gets it to go. KD's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Kevin Durant's form, his release point, everything about his stroke is really impeccable.
Irving against Thompson. There's the pass to Aguilar. Here's D. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. D's got 9.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Jordan finds Durant. Goes up at the stripe, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, he's so effective close to the rim because Kevin Durant has the size, he has the feel, and he knows he can score at will.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Aguilar passes to D. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
And so it's the visiting team in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still 1 half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Checking out the visiting team. Kenny, what do you think?
They have run their offense straight out of a coach's textbook tonight. Both ball and player movement have been excellent. And the result of all that movement, almost all high-quality shots they're generating. It's pretty to watch. Very good fundamental basketball.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. You know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from D.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. LeVert and Durant out on the perimeter. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Allen, and it's Irving in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Now here's LeVert. It's intercepted to the left side wing. Pass to D. Here's B-Train. 6 to shoot. Here's Shorty. LeVert defending. Buries it from three-point range. 8 points for Shorty.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
Now here's Durant. He's got 8. Passes it to LeVert. Three-pointer. Drills it from outside. LeVert's got 6 points.
How about the response by Karis LeVert? This guy wanted to get it right back.
And at this point, there simply is no doubt that Kevin Durant is one of the great shooters to ever play the game. The only question is just where on the all-time list will he land when we talk about the unstoppable scorer.
Now here is Irving. Outside, KD. And the Nets, another 3.
Look, Kevin Durant is a dead-eye sniper, right? He takes pleasure in putting it to the defense from there.
Here's Shorty, covered by Irving. 2 points, that one goes. He's got 12. And with Durant, perhaps the most amazing part, he can have quiet nights, Greg, of 30-plus points.
Kevin, his scores are just so easy for him that you forget you aren't supposed to see 7-foot sharpshooters doing it. He can score from anywhere in any fashion. He can hold his own with any player in history in terms of how unguardable he is.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with the matchups?
Some changes for Brooklyn. Prince is checked in for Jordan. Rodion Kurucs comes in for Kevin Durant. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Karis LeVert. Now here's Irving. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Allen, that's good.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3, terrific play calling, everything clicking out of the gates here.
And the pass to the Beast. Here's Big Daddy, lets it go from deep. And it's out of bounds, last touched by Allen. And let's bring up the list of rookies that will make you pay for sending them to the line. These are the free throw percentage leaders since the All-Star break. You take a look at Baller, second in the NBA, so great from the line. And, of course, D. Same could be said about him. Another guy who shoots it very well from the line.
No question, it's been a terrific second half for both of them at the line. I mean, not showing any nerves when it comes time to put up a couple points.
Now here's Allen. He's got 8. Harris passes to Allen, and it's Allen slamming it down.
There's nothing like a big man with agility. Jared Allen operating well in the pick and roll right now.
Gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Big Daddy, guarded by Prince, and he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durants, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
That's great insight.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Harris, good.
for the catch-and-shoot game. Joe Harris, a knockdown shooter.
That's tipped and stolen by Harris. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. Now, here is Irving. Not a lot of room. Count that bucket.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Here's Big Daddy. He's got 5. Shoots from the line, and the shot is good. Big Daddy's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Now here's Irving, guarded closer, and it's blocked. They get it back, and he gets it to go from the corner. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
No defense right there for that shot from Irving. Released so quick, especially off the pass.
Pass to Chan. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little.
Maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. And here's the break. Here's Baller, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Baller. 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 9 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Durant from deep 3-point range. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
It doesn't matter the zip code. Kevin Durant, when he steps over the half-court line, is in his trigger range. My goodness.
And so it's the visiting team feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Back to the action after this word. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Shorty. He's out there with Thompson. B-Train out there with Slim. Thompson against Harris. And Jordan sends it back. KD looking around. Pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Durant. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. On the wing, Thompson. Guarded by Jordan. Count it. Good.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Here now is Dinwiddie. Outside Durant. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Gone to 3-point range 7 times tonight. Knocked down 5 of them. Here's B-Train, guarded by Harris. Here's Shorty. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
Dinwiddie with it, picked up by Thompson. Passes it to LeVert. Knocks down the three ball.
Boy, phenomenal decision-making from the young guard, Spencer Dinwiddie. Nicely done, putting it on time and on target.
Here's Shorty. Thompson right side. Beyond the arc. Sinks the triple.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Durant. Yep, it counts. KD's got 12 points in just the second half.
So unpredictable, so versatile. When KD's working that pick and roll, the defense has a hard time dealing with it.
Here is Slim. Now the pass to B-Train. Here's Shorty. LeVert defending. Shorty lays it up and banks it in.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Dinwiddie against Thompson. And it's Jordan with the jam.
DeAndre Jordan simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
Dinwiddie against Thompson. Dinwiddie with the steal. Harris with it. Just 5 to shoot. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Jared Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. Gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Money passes to Shorty. The 11-footer, count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts, a scorching 88%.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Now LeVert. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Boy, there's a fluidity to his jump shot. Karis LeVert coming through for his team in the mid-range.
Here's Shorty. LeVert defending. We've got 1:55 left in the game. Chalk up 2 there. 9 points for Slim.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Now here's Durant.
Hey, yo, right here.
6 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. Connects from three-point range. KD's got 9 points in the quarter.
A natural-born scorer is Kevin Durant. He puts in the time, and it pays dividends on the floor.
Here's B-Train, guarded by KD. They double him with Jordan, and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Doris, isn't it interesting that we're seeing some teams with more three-point attempts than two-point attempts?
It's incredible, Kevin, that every year over the last decade you see more three-point attempts across all 30 NBA teams. And think about the Houston Rockets. In each of the last 2 years, the Rockets have actually taken more threes than twos. This is the evolution of the game. It is not going anywhere. There's 2 high-valued shots in the league. Restricted area twos, that means point-blank opportunities at the rim, and three-point shots, and everything else in between seems to be getting lost.
Here's Money after the basket by Brooklyn. Good on the shot.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight. And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
35 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Shorty, Guarded by KD. From deep. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Brooklyn ball.
And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 14. Yep, that one goes in there.
I'll tell you, this guy excels at using his speed and his big body to cut inside. Nice job, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Here's Big Smooth. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.